how challenging is it there for dispensary owners to get a bank account in Colorado right now?
Sure. Well, thank you very much for having me, Trish. It's good to see you. It's very difficult. It has been difficult. Denver Relief had a bank account for the first 4 years that it was in business. Since then, we have lost 3 bank accounts over the past year and a half. Just last week, we were told that we were going to be receiving a letter sometime in the next couple weeks giving us 45 days to find another bank. We are in full compliance with state laws and unambiguous compliance with those state laws. We're very open about what we do, and banking is certainly a primary problem for us here in the cannabis industry.
Yeah, no, you've got the Department of Justice coming out, you've got Treasury coming out saying, okay, we're going to make it all right. We're going to tell banks it's okay to service customers that are in the dispensary business. But, Ian, it's one thing for them to say that. It's another thing for banks to go along with it, because at the end of the day, aren't these banks worried that the government at any given time could change its mind? And so fundamentally, there's a real issue banking what is still federally illegal.
That's exactly right. We were hoping that in February, when FinCEN and the Department of Treasury and the U.S. Attorney General's office came out with some language telling the banking industry that they were going to be okay to bank with us, and it wasn't clear enough language, at least for the Colorado Bankers Association. They called it a red light, in fact, saying that it was not clear action giving them the authority to bank, or to give us the ability to bank. And so in the meantime, we're still dealing in large amounts of cash. It's a security issue. It's a public safety issue. And we really need access to banking so we can operate like any other business does.
It seems, Ian, as though this may be the fundamental problem right now going on in Colorado, and one can anticipate the same will happen soon in Washington. I mean, if you don't have a system, a mechanism in place to really legitimize the industry, then how's it ever really going to become legitimate?
You're exactly right, Trish. There's a lot of problems. We had just yesterday, we had the High Times Cannabis Cup here in Colorado. Denver Relief won second place for its own Durban Poison. There were 35,000. Thank you very much. It was awesome to take home this medallion. But there were 35,000 people over 2 days that came from all over the world to experience the industry, and that was just at the Cannabis Cup. We had close to 100,000 people at the rally downtown. Nobody got hurt. In the end, there were a few people, less than 20 people, I think, arrested for public intoxication, and alcohol was served there for the first time ever. It is a real industry. It's not going away. We've seen the numbers come in with what's gone on in the retail industry in the first couple months here in Colorado, with millions of dollars going straight into for tax revenues to build public schools. And it's a regular, real industry. And until we have access to banking and until we can pay normal taxes, there's going to be problems for the cannabis industry and for those operators and the ancillary services that choose to serve us.
Now, I know you own Denver Relief. Congratulations again on the award. But you also own a consulting company that's trying to help businesses that are setting up across the country in this field. Is this a similar issue that you hear about over and over again? I mean, the banking problem, not just in Colorado, but anywhere else where somebody might be trying to operate a medicinal clinic, say?
Sure, absolutely. We do operate Denver Relief Consulting. I just checked before we came on the air today, we have 36 active clients in 9 states and D.C. Also, we're operating in Canada, so 2 countries. And certainly, those states that are just emerging, Massachusetts just awarded their licenses. Connecticut just awarded their cultivation and their dispensary licenses. Illinois and Nevada are in the process of awarding those, or going through the application phase. And absolutely, banking, until we see something on a federal level, that's going to continue to be an issue.
Yeah.
We are hearing that certain clients in some states, like Nevada, where families have been around for decades and have had big casino businesses and big money businesses for a long time, where they've had a relationship with a bank, certainly those individuals and those businesses are going to be more privy to having access to banks and access to capital and things that we as small businesses simply don't have here.